Hello there, this is Alvin, and once again, we're looking at another World Cup match, and a very, very interesting one of this. Brazil. Are you excited? I'm excited. But they have Korea as their opponent. Now, I looked at it in the context of the Korea played through the preliminary round. They played very well. They were pretty strong in their going, and they kept consistently going at their opponent. Although in the final analysis, they do not try to make the choices that are right. They're trying to get through in a rate, and they did reasonably well to get there. And they played against Brazil. Now, how could you come to Brazil without a plan? How could you come to a country who has won the World Cup on a few occasions, have always been thought about as one of the best clubs in the world? They found this out in no time flat, because they started on the freight train with moving here, there, and quickly and playing the long ball. It was no good. Playing the long ball is giving the opposition the ball, and you can see that they're waiting on it. And once again, they've got three playmakers in the game. They've got Thiago Silva doing very well. They have a Marquinhos at the center of him, and in the middle of it all, it's Neymar. What do you want to not to be careful with these guys? They understand the move of the ball. They understand that the ball plays slowly, the passes go accurately until you come up to two people who are extraordinarily quick in that team. Vinicius on the left-hand side, a wonderful player because he too hides his strength. He awaits the time when it is necessary for him to take it off on the side, outrun the person, and go to goal. On the other side, in the middle of it, is Casemiro. He is a ball winner. He wins the ball in the middle of the field, and he starts getting around Marquinhos from in the back of him, and as I said before, Thiago Silva. And right down in the front of it all, we're looking at Mickelson. Remember him? He's been doing extremely well. Well, by the time it was 30 minutes or 35 minutes, it was 4 goals down. I was not surprised. I was sorry for Japan simply because of the fact that I don't believe that their process of wanting to know about the opposition, I think the coaching panel, and I can get that as an impression, that they're trying very hard to make their team do what they want them to do, as they have had some success over the years. Not this time. The Brazilians made them run and forget the balls just bouncing around like a tin ball machine. And all of a sudden, it shows up in the hands of Neymar. As soon as he gets there, a different type of running, and even running backward, because he makes the great decisions. And he's just a marvelous judge of pacing the passes, chipping the passes, and getting into trouble himself so that he could free all the others, so give them 6 or 7 or 8 options. Another one of the marvelous pieces of football that I've seen. That crowd had a beautiful view of 45 minutes of Brazil in that situation. They were doing it as though it was a movie. It was just smooth. And then came the halftime. And they did what I didn't agree with, to be honest with you, because they have done it before. They decided, we've got 4, let's keep this ball, let's move it around. And they kept going and going and going. They had the opportunities to go, but you were watching carefully to see that there was no clashing of the players, because there was quite a bit in the first half, because they were moving rather quickly, the Koreans, to be able to get the ball. They didn't. And the newcomer comes onto the field, and Paqueta is a little boy on the left-hand side, starting to move here, there, and everywhere in terms of as though he was the playmaker. And together with Casemiro, who in truth and fact is the ball winner, you've got 2 great guys behind on Thiago Silva and Marquinhos. How could you beat a team like that if you're just rushing the ball up here, there, and everywhere, and they're just picking it up and rolling it around? I was a little bit annoyed for them because of the fact that they were leading by 4 and we need to have 12 minutes to go, and they just played it down. They brought 4 substitutes on, and gave the opportunity to the youngsters. And you know what? They did well as well. But the Japanese the Koreans came out with a beauty, and they just rocked it into the net, and that was 4-1. And that's all they ended at. And one begins to say to themselves, who's going to beat Brazil? Who will outthink Brazil? I would think that Croatia will be a good one for it. Argentina is not going to be too far behind as well. And the Netherlands could be a pretty good one. But we're guessing. We're hoping that it's going to happen. We know that England's right behind us as well. And it's going to be a grand affair in the next week and a half in the World Cup. But can I ask some of the coaches and players, take it as an education. Look at it. Try to recall it in your own mind. Try to jot it down. These guys are planning on playing organized soccer. The way to go forward is learning a little bit more about it and putting forward some of the strategy that they see on the time. So another great match. We're going to wait and watch tomorrow and see what comes by. And I'll be here. I'll be explaining to you all the good things. Bye.